Hi. Hello. Hello, everyone. 1 second. I need to adjust a little bit. Okay. That should be good. Okay. Hello. I hope everyone's doing well. Um, as you can tell by the title, this is very important. Where did I? Oh, there's my stylus. I thought I lost my pen for a second. Okay, wait 1 second. Let me check that this is actually like working. Okay, cool. Yes, awesome. Alright, you guys get to see my wonderful handwriting today. Wow. Right. Oh god, it picks that up. Oh, okay, it doesn't. Okay, cool. Anyway, so today we will be discussing, okay. So I was up last night at like 1 or 2 a.m. I got distracted by YouTube videos, and so I was just scrolling, and and so I see this video on my feed that says designing middle case letters, posted 7 days ago. I'm like, that sounds like a fun concept. Let me watch it. And so I watched it, and like the thumbnail was pretty good. It was the letter I, and the middle case for that was this, which is pretty cool. Makes sense. It's like the halfway point. It's like the mid. It's like this turn. This is like the next. It makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, this makes sense to me. Um, but yeah, I was watching. Yes, I want to delete the layer. So I was watching this video, and I it starts off okay. It starts off good. It starts off fine. But we get a little bit further in, and I have some opinions. I have some opinions on these letters. Um, just ahead of time. This is all lighthearted. This is all for fun. But I would like to, I think some of these letter decisions are objectively wrong. So today I will be sharing my correct opinions. We will be watching through this video together. I guess this is technically like my first React stream. Is this reaction content? Anyway, I this is entirely unscripted. I decided to do this stream at 2 a.m. last night. Uh, I was originally gonna stream Mega Man, but like the Mika mem, like the shitpost one. That is now happening later this week on like Friday or Saturday, and today is correcting fixing this video because it's very important to me. This is very important. Um anyway, but yeah, he says some things that I agree with, some things I disagree with. But
hello
here,
everybody, welcome.
Let's just start. All right.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
We're glad to have you here. By this point, I figured I had designed enough new
Yes.
characters for one lifetime, those being my lowercase numbers and then my uppercase and lowercase.
Okay, so apparently this is like a thing this guy does. Okay. Additional context. I've never seen a single video by this guy before. I don't know who this guy is. This is the first video I've ever watched of his. So I don't have any prior context. But apparently this is like a thing he does, like designing uppercase symbols and stuff. So I am disappointed by his lack of correctness. I don't even know how to phrase that. Anyway, let's just continue. Middle case, yeah. Hi. Hi, Zap Jams. Yeah, this is a 2 a.m. stream idea. Don't question it.
Symbols. However, my comments section argues that there's more work to be done.
Yes, there is more work. We need middle case letters.
Is that a threat? So today I'm resorting to doing a video so bizarre I never thought I would see it anywhere, let alone on my own channel, and that is designing middle case letters.
Unrelated. I love this guy's energy. It's just so autistic, and I say that in the most loving way possible as someone who is also like 99% autistic, probably. Technically not diagnosed, but have you seen me? um I love his energy. I love his energy. Yeah, yeah, exactly. We're giving this is like the middle Pokemon evolution. Like, you know how they'll be like, "Oh yeah, this is what's a Pokemon where they retroactively gave it a middle evolution?" I can't think of any. I know there are some, but now I'm blanking. Anyway, let's pretend I never said anything and continue with the video. None? Okay. The one that came to mind was oh no, where's the video? Where'd the video go? Okay, there it is. The what came to mind first was like Ponyard and Bisharp. But that was like that already was the first and the second. And there's ones where they gave it the first evolution, like Pikachu, where they give it Pichu, but no Pokemon has ever been given a middle. Weird, huh? Okay, fair enough, I guess. Anyway,
How did we get here?
I don't know how we got here. Oh, I forgot to turn off my BGM. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at streaming. Also,
Right, so let's waste no time and get straight.
Also, I just like to say, I don't know if you saw that. There's so much happening in my brain right now. I'm sorry, but wait, can I go back a little bit? This is the best way to thank your channel members. Just write all their names and stare at the camera. This is perfect. This is however YouTuber should do this.
Right, so let's waste no time and get straight into it, starting with the first letter of the alphabet.
All right, here we go. Here's what we came here for.
Which one is that again? A has both an uppercase and lowercase version. And
Yes.
some people like to write the lowercase version like this, or however the hell you're supposed to write it.
Okay, first of all, it's this, and yeah, I agree it is objectively incorrect. However, I think it has some use in this context. I've also, additional context, I've watched through this video once and had very strong 2 a.m. opinions about it. But yeah, we'll we'll see how this goes.
People who write it like this live in fantasy land, so we're just gonna pretend that it doesn't exist today. Now, I guess we need to address the elephant in the room before I even start showing you my designs, and that is, what is a middle case letter? Now, to me, a middle case letter doesn't have to necessarily be 50-50 between the uppercase and lowercase letters, but it like should represent somewhat of a transitional stage between the two. Think of it as a letter to bridge the gap between both uppercase and lowercase letters. So it's like, it's almost unifying the alphabet.
Yeah, so it's actually, what Ria said is actually exactly how I thought about it when I first watched the video. It's like giving them a middle evolution. It's like a Pokemon. If like lowercase is like stage 1 and then uppercase is stage 3, we're giving it like the middle evolution. So it's like, it doesn't need to be the exact halfway point. I agree with this. But it's like the natural path from here to here. All right, keep this in mind. This is important. This concept is important. 1 second. Yes, I want to delete the layer. Don't show it again. What the heck? Okay. Anyway, back to the video.
Away. What the hell am I talking about? So taking all that into account, my design for lowercase. So taking all that into account, my design for middle case A is that. I know I just said that it shouldn't be a 50-50 split between the uppercase and lowercase, but truth be told, for A, I felt like I really had no other option. So
okay, he felt like he had no other options. There were clearly better options. His closed-minded dismissal of this writing of A severely limited his choices. Like, yes, this looks stupid, but it is a valid option. So, okay, here's my proposal for middle case A. So, you've got your uppercase and your lowercase. Some people write the lowercase like that. Weird, I will judge you, but fair enough. The benefit of this, though, is that it has, like, a similar shape. You can kind of see the, like, you see, it's got, like, the same thing going on. So what we can do is we can steal this version of writing the letter A and just make it a little bit bigger. And there, see? Perfect. See? It's halfway, it looks like a natural transition. It's like this, but it got an extra leg. This is an awful drawing. Don't look too hard at it. But you get the idea. It makes sense. It's like in between these two. That's not how you draw that letter. Just there you go. See? Look, it looks like the middle of this. It makes sense. Okay, anyway. So here, I'm gonna make an alphabet of my objectively correct middle case letters. So put the A there and I'll turn off that layer. Okay. Anyway, we will continue now. Click. Okay.
That's what I did. For this one in particular, you take the top half of uppercase A and the bottom half of lowercase a, and you merge them into whatever this abomination is.
Yes, it's an abomination. My letter is clearly superior
for the video because I feel like some of the other ones later on are much better middle case letters than this one is. But at the same time, this is about as transitional as it gets between uppercase and lowercase.
Not really.
Anyway, moving on to B.
It's not a natural transition. I should have left my letter up. It's not a natural transition. It's like this is a natural transition. Like all you have to do to get the uppercase is get rid of this and add this. But like he was so quick to dismiss this writing of the letter A that he didn't see the truth of the truth of this version. Anyway, let us continue the video.
Well, you guys know what a capital and lowercase b looks like, so let me write it out real quick. Obviously, the only thing changing between these two is that upper bump in the capital B. So the question becomes, what do we do to represent a transition between the two? Now, not to credit myself, but if we go back to my design for lowercase 8, we can see that we have a similar predicament. The circle up top got reduced into a dot, and up here, the circle up top gets reduced into nothing. So, in my opinion, the perfect transitional symbol would be that. The bump, loop, or circle up top, whatever you want to call it, gets reduced into a dot, and then the dot gets reduced into nothing. But the bottom bump stays the same and the line stays the same. So I believe that makes it a perfect transitional letter between uppercase and lowercase b. This does.
Okay, I hate to admit it, but I think he's right on this one. I think this does make sense to my brain. So like that. Alternatively, I write my B's like that, sort of. He seems to write his B more like this. So what you could do is you can make this the middle case B. Because it's like in between. Nah, that looks... Okay, I admit defeat on this one. I do think this is unfortunately the optimal solution. Okay. Anyway, next letter. Go back! I keep clicking out of the media source. I'm so bad at this.
Exclusive to lowercase letters.
Okay.
But I'll leave that up to someone else. Now we run into what I would like to call our first problem letter.
Okay, he calls it a problem letter. There's a clear, easy solution to this.
But one is smaller. I don't really know what to do. There are three main proposals I have, and I'll present you with all of them before revealing which is the one that I think is the best. The first is C with a dot in the middle. The second is C, but slightly smaller than the uppercase and slightly bigger than the lowercase. And the last is C, the same size as uppercase C, but it goes below the line. So obviously each of these have their own problems. With the first, there's no dot in either of these, so the fact that it just kind of appears and then disappears is a little odd. With this one, it's just like, that's just really confusing. And with the last, there's not really a clear way to determine where the C should go below the line. Like, it's kind of vague whether or not to go here, or here, or here. So, my compromise is to use this one and just kind of split it at the halfway point. So if we draw our line here, C would go
he does this.
It's not a perfect solution, but it's the best one I could think of. And
he puts it, so he does this. He does this, which makes no sense because the C at no point goes below here. So it doesn't make sense for it to suddenly go down and then back up again. So the truly correct answer would be the middle one because it is a natural progression. It's not that confusing. Like this is why we learn how to write letters on like lines. You just gotta align them properly. Like geez, just write better. No, but like okay, so clearly this is the correct answer. It's simple, it's elegant, it's a middle point between these two. Like it's perfect. It works great. Why do you don't need anything else? I don't know why he's so resistant to the idea of just making it like in the middle because there's so many letters in the English alphabet that do this. Where it's just like, yeah, it's the same but smaller. Like this is already confusing. This is already confusing. So just do the confusing thing that's already there. It's not that hard to draw a middle point. Like O is the same. It just depends on how big you write it. Like So the correct answer is clearly just C. C, but in the middle. Okay, anyway. I don't know why he's so opposed to this. It's so simple and elegant. It's an elegant solution. Anyway, I think he's objectively incorrect because the C migrating below the line when the C at no point in its case range goes below the line. It doesn't make sense for it to suddenly bounce down and up again. That's not a natural progression. Anyway.
All things considered, I'm pretty happy with it. This brings us
to
another
not.
problem
I think
letter,
it's
but
terrible.
not because it looks the same between uppercase and lowercase. It's just a weird one to design an in-between letter for. That is D. The only thing that remains similar between these two is this line. And I don't quite know what to do about this line or this circle that would indicate that it's a sort of in-between letter. So I'm just going to show you my design, and we're going to move on before you have time to think about it.
Okay.
E is another odd one.
Wait, no, go back. Go back. We're not moving on before we have time to think about it. We are thinking about it, and we are judging his terrible. I'm being really harsh. I'm being really mean. I'm sorry.
Between these two is this line.
Here, wait, where was it? No. What is? Oh.
Thing that remains similar between.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna start talking. Okay. Can I wait?
That would indicate that it's a sort of in-between
I'm a great streamer.
letter. So I'm just going to show you my design, and we're going to move on before you have time to think about it. Okay. So, alright. So his design is this. Which, like, okay, I get it's this, but copying this and, like, down here. And, like, yeah, I get what he's going for, sort of. But, like, there's a much easier solution here, my guy. My dude. My guy. There's such a simple, like, solution to this. Okay, so it's we want, like, an evolution. We want, like, a middle stage. We're not looking for, like, a combination, because, like, what he's got, this thing, can you see my cursor? No, you can't. Okay. This thing is, like, this plus this. But that's not what we want. We want something that's in between these two. So, the correct option is, so we keep the line, and we do this, but then we keep this. So, 1 second, let me draw that, like, better, though. There we go. See? Look! It's in between. It's in between. You could even, like, make it look fancy, like, I don't know, this or something. Like, this is easy to draw, this is quick to write, and it's a nice, like, little midway point. So, like, it grows the thing on the other side, and then you get rid of this. It's just, like, one step less. Like this, plus this, and then it loses the this, and it turns into dish. Like, see, it makes sense. So, 1 second. That's the easiest way to write it, I think, is just like that. But yeah, like this. This makes perfect sense. This is great. This is easy to write. This is awkward and doesn't make sense. This is genuinely difficult for my brain to comprehend. I'm not playing this up.
I'm not playing this. I'm genuinely struggling. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Okay, so clearly this is the better option for the middle case D. Anyway, let us continue. All right.
E is another odd one, but ultimately I think I'm pretty happy with it.
Okay.
Uppercase E and
This
lowercase
one,
E.
this is really
it's
solid.
Kind of hard to figure
This
out
is actually
what in
really
between
solid.
between these two would look like. You have a loop here and all rounded edges, and here you have sharp edges and multiple lines. There's not really an in-between you could think of. But what if we just did 3? Or more specifically, 3 with a loop.
This is good. This, oh my gosh, click.
I'm
click.
pretty happy with this one. You have lowercase e hidden.
Click. Okay, so this is how you design middle case letter. This is good. This is genius. He's about to explain it, but it's like this. It's like an E. Like some people write their E's like this. Yes, they do. I promise. Trust me. Also in Russian. Like this makes really good sense. It's the E is down here. And the whole thing is also the big E. So it's like the middle. So it's like it grew an extra little curl and then it straightens out to become the big E. Like that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. So I think this is like my favorite letter. Hi Tana. Hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh, I cannot write today apparently. So yeah, I think this is my favorite that he makes. This one is just really solid. It's just really good. Anyway, let us continue.
Within it, while it also generally represents the form of uppercase E.
Yeah,
I think
see,
it works.
it's really good. He can make good letters. He just doesn't sometimes.
It almost resembles the weird ampersand people draw.
No, no one writes it like that. That's illegal.
Ultimately,
the only valid ampersand is this.
Like this, and so we could just get rid of this one if we really
Wait, how'd you draw an ampersand again? There we go.
What could possibly be going
there's
on?
like a Minecraft clip. We can just keep talking. There we go. That's how you draw an ampersand.
Those are expensive. You need to
make
a.
I'm trying to draw it backwards. There we go. I drew it backwards. I'm so good at this.
Next up
Ignore the
is
Minecraft
F,
gameplay.
And of course we have
kind
of the same problem with E in a way. You do generally have the same kind of form with a line and then a horizontal line in the middle.
Okay.
But there's
this
the
one he
question of how you
overcomplicates, I think.
This sharp edge getting turned into this round edge.
I think he overcomplicates this one a lot.
And instead of addressing that, I just kind of made a new thing.
See, okay.
I might have been a bit out of it when I made this, so because I don't really know what I was thinking. I'm also undecided on whether or not the line in the middle should go across or not, right?
Okay. He admits that he was a little out of it when he made this one. Okay. So, I think he overcomplicated this, like, a lot, because, like, where did this come from? This does not make sense. It looks a little funky. It's not terrible. It's not great. I would like to propose this. It's got the cross line from here and the big straight one from up here. So it's like a middle point. So yeah, just like that. Just F but with the line through. It makes sense. Okay, anyway, that's F. That is the correct middle case F. There we go. Perfect. But yeah, this isn't terrible. It could be better. It's not terrible though.
Like, I'm not really sure. This is kind of a weird comparison, but it's almost like an inverted T with the curve at the bottom, right? You invert the vertical
line. I don't hate it, but like...
I don't know, that's
like,
kind of
this is clearly better.
I'm just not really sure what to do for this one, and so ultimately, you just have to deal with it. There's nothing you can do.
This next one I feel very strongly about. I feel very strongly about his version of the letter G.
So if you want to do that, go for it, man. I'm not going to stop you. G.
Okay. All right.
I wonder what G is going to be. Capital G, lowercase g.
All right, we write G roughly the same way, so there's no like issue this time. Kind of like the D.
I just did. That actually looks kind of cool.
Like that looks great.
No, I can't do that.
Yes, you can. You can do that. Here, 1 second. I'm sorry, I was talking over him. Hi, Ignis.
Lowercase g. What's the in-between? What is that?
Wee, look at me.
I just did. That actually looks kind of cool. No, I can't do that.
Yes, you can! You can do that! It looks great! What is, like, this is fun! This is great! I don't understand what's wrong with this. This is awesome. This is fun to write. This is easy to write. You could do that, and now it looks like when people do, like, the fancy G with, like, the this. Or you can do this. Or you can just do that. Like, this is great. Why can you not do this? What's wrong with this? This is great. Your first idea was perfect. Why did you doubt yourself, my guy? Why did you doubt yourself? Anyway, so that's G. That's middle case G. He second guessed himself, and his second guess was wrong. It's understandable.
I think we take the best parts of both of these, that being the big overarching circle on the capital G.
What he settles on isn't bad per se, but like this is great. Like this is fun to write.
Which honestly,
this is so
I could
fun.
make a case for even being
this is so fun.
Uppercase G, but what I also like is that it
like,
kind of looks like this G if it just got
This
bigger,
is okay.
right?
This is okay, but this is just so
cut it out
good.
So that it has the gap that uppercase G has.
Disney letters, it
I
kind
think
of does.
it represents the good in both uppercase and lowercase G.
Yeah,
and so
this isn't bad, but this is so solid. Like, you can't beat that.
Another odd one.
Why
I
would
put
you?
a lot more thinking into this
why
than
would
I
you not
probably
do
should
that?
have. I even got to the point where I was like, well, if you tilt them horizontally.
No,
what
don't tilt them
changes between the
horizontally.
two?
That's
Then
not
have,
how you
merge
evolve
the
letters.
lines together and then split them apart into two separate lines. Two lowercase h's in a way.
No.
And you're splitting it, rid of one of these, and then you're left with this.
Okay, well,
and then
you
flip
could
it horizontally
theoretically
again.
do this. That is kind of fun.
It's not the end of the world, and I think it doesn't work too terribly, but I just wish I had something better. I think the biggest issue with this one is just that if you're writing it in a rush, you could almost end up making the center, like, hump look like the line for a capital H.
What if you have to do the second stroke downwards?
Let that just be a lesson to take your time and enjoy things in life, you know? Don't rush through your writing.
1 second.
Or
I'm
whatever.
trying to pause the video. All right. This one's a little bit tricky. I do like this. I actually kind of like this as well. So it's kind of fun. It's really confusing to look at, but it's kind of fun to write. Yeah, nope, not doing that. I'm trying to think. There's gotta be a better solution than this. There's gotta be a better solution. Because I have mentioned, I planned none of this. Okay. So that's that. That's that. What would be a good middle point? So we could theoretically do that, because this is like... Oh, well then we're just back to that again. I guess that is the best option. I guess I'll just lock that in as my answer. That works. It's kind of awkward when you write it like that, so you can tell the difference between this and this, because it looks weird. It's like a weird W. It's like a really weird messed up W. Anyway, moving on. Not my strongest letter. Not his strongest letter. It's okay, it works.
I didn't know H was so philosophical, but here we are. Stop and smell the roses head out. I am going to present my design
this
for
one's
I
so
next.
good. This
I know I
one's
made the point
solid.
earlier
This
that
one's
A
great.
was kind of just the top half and the bottom half combined into a middle case letter. With I, it's the opposite. It's the bottom half and the top half combined
this is what he does.
into a
Spoilers.
middle case letter.
Spoilers.
But honestly, I think that works a lot better than A does. It takes the best elements of both and really nicely just puts them into one distinct
really
form.
cute.
I
It's
did have
great.
a moment
It
of
works
hesitation
well.
where I almost made it this.
No, that's awful.
God knows what I was thinking. Also, don't worry. I hear you guys in the back. What if you write your I like this?
Don't. Just don't.
That's a you problem, man. Why would you write your capital I in such a way where it can so easily be confused with a lowercase l? Why would you do that to the rest of us? Why would you?
Sorry, I have a guava drink.
Ultimately, though, you guys write lowercase I the same, and so it's just the same thing. It's fine. You're gonna be okay.
Oh, yeah, this is really
and
solid.
Maybe, you know, think about everyone else.
I think this
once
one's
in your
really
life. J is a
solid.
bizarre one, but I did notice that it has similarities to
All right,
uppercase T, that being the line on top
No
of it.
complaints
However,
about the I.
lowercase j doesn't have any similarities to lowercase t. So I took some inspiration from lowercase t and applied it to middlecase J.
Okay.
And
I write my eye like that. That's
explain.
okay, son.
I get that a lot of people
I
write
love
the
you anyway,
lowercase
it's
t's
okay.
like this, and as much as I
okay. So okay. This. I see where he's coming from. I see where he got the idea. Like, okay, yes, I understand T to that, and then J to, like, yeah, I see what he's doing. But, like, I need to make this all on separate layers. I don't know, so chop the J, that's fine, that's not relevant right now. So, like, that. So, like, I see where he's coming from with the T, but, like, it, like, you're supposed to be evolving these letters, not, like, stealing parts from other letters. You're supposed to be finding the midpoint here, not the mid, like, 50-50 necessarily, but, like, an in-between. You're supposed to be finding an in-between, not, like, something else. You're not supposed to be bringing in outside letters to this letter. So, okay. So my suggestion is that we take the J, the big J, make it smaller, and settle a dot. See? Elegant, simple, same energy as the I, so it kind of matches, like, the vibe. That's the wrong layer. So, like, look, it looks coherent next to the I, and it makes sense, because it's a half point, it's a midpoint. It's this, and then it grows the line, and then it gets bigger and loses the dot. It makes sense, see? Hi, Zerplaya, welcome. I am discussing very important topics today. So yeah, like, this makes sense, because it goes from here to here. Like, you don't bring in other letters, like, this is super simple. This is all you gotta do. You don't need to bring in the T. The T does not matter here. It is irrelevant. Anyway, let us continue.
To complain about those people being weird, I get that there might be a little confusion between these two. So that's why with middlecase J, it goes beneath the line just like lowercase J.
Don't put
that way, if you're writing these side by side, it kind of avoids any confusion you might have in the process.
Lowercase J have a line? Yeah, I guess it does.
Wait, how am I gonna do this? Because I need to write
K.
uppercase and then lowercase. But I can't put a third one here. We'll just write it down here,
I just got that joke.
Just imagine that it's up here, but it's not, you know?
Yesterday when I was watching this at 2 a.m., I was like, why can't he just put the K there? There's plenty of room. I'm so stupid. Anyway, I'm smart.
With uppercase K, we have this angle created in here, and it's created by two big lines.
This is not how you write lowercase
K, we have that same angle, but created with two small lines. So we could do an in-between in making it like that, but I don't like that. That's really ugly, and so I have a better idea. What if we take the small angle and just put it at the top instead? So
Okay. He said he said that this is ugly. This is not ugly. This makes sense. This, and then it moves up, and then it gets longer. It's the natural progression. This looks ugly. This looks like a bird. Like, this is not a letter. This is a bird. It's like got like little wings and everything. Like, look at this guy. Oh, oops. Like, this is perfect. This works great. I don't understand what's wrong with it. Just put it in the middle. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I genuinely don't get what the problem. Wait, why is this ugly? This is ugly. This is ugly. This has bird energy. This is elegant and practical. Anyway, continuing.
It's like that, but you just push it up, and you just put it.
Yeah,
up
I don't get his logic for this one. The middle case.
I don't know. The argument against this is that it could be a bit confusing on whether or not this or this should be the new lowercase one. But I think that this feels.
That's why you put it in the middle, because then it makes sense, because it's a progression. It's a progression. You don't need to worry about all the top-heavy stuff and which one's the correct one. It makes sense.
That works here as well.
It makes sense.
Uppercase K, it's just middlecase K. L. As much as I like the letter, it has to take the L on this one. Uppercase L is line.
Bird,
Lowercase
such bird
L
energy is my new insult.
Line.
All right, this
So
one
what do
I think
do?
is good. This I think is good.
No, God, no. And then it hit me. Some people write their lowercase L.
This one I
as
agree with
a little
him.
curve at the bottom. So not to confuse it with uppercase I, but I think we should just get rid of that entirely. So what if we just...
See, this makes sense. I like this. This is good.
If you want to burn me at the stake, can you at least wait until I finish the video?
It's a natural progression. It makes sense
with that, but at the end of the day,
it's
there's
good.
not really much else to do, and it feels better than doing like a little line at the bottom. So I think the curved line is the way to go.
I like this.
And
See,
I
this
think that
feels
we're just
nice.
gonna have
This
to
is
accept
nice
that
to
that's
write.
middle case, this is lowercase, and
This is
that as
easy.
uppercase
This
I
is
is a
good.
sin and should be recognized
Oops,
as
I'm on the
such.
wrong layer
Uppercase
again.
M has 2 pointed peaks.
Oops.
Lowercase m has 2 rounded peaks. So naturally,
I'm falling
middlecase
behind
M
the
has
video.
1 pointed peak and 1 rounded peak.
Okay.
And I
no.
get it. It's ugly. It's disgusting.
It's ugly and
I hate
awful, and there's so many better options. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. M. Uppercase M, lowercase m. All right. So, yes, you could theoretically do this and then that. But that looks gross. This looks awkward. This is wonky. No letter is this. Like, letters in the alphabet, like, they're stable. They're big, they're chunko. That's not a word, but it's okay. Like, they look balanced. They look normal. They don't look like a squiggle. So, my proposal is we keep in mind the concept of the evolution from lowercase to uppercase. And the middle case can just be the in-between point of this and this. So this one is small and rounded and it has this little tail. This one is big and pointy and it doesn't have the tail at the start. So what we do is we take some of the aspects of this and some of the aspects of this and mix them. So we can take the round of this and the lack of tail from here and just do that. It looks so much better than whatever that is. This is so hard to look, like, this just doesn't look good. Like, what is this? This looks like something inappropriate. So, clearly, like, look at this. This is so much easier. It loses this, so it's like this, but it has the round, so it's like this. And it's like, this got bigger and lost the tail, and then it evolves like this. It's like a frog. It lost its tail. It makes sense, okay? Anyway, so that's the objectively correct M. Move this over so I can add the M to our alphabet. Or maybe I should just write it underneath. That's probably better. There we go. Okay. There we go. Here, I'm gonna add a title to this. Middle. Be helpful if I could write. Middle case letters. And looking at this overall, I know the B with the dot is kind of funky. Yeah, they're these are not cursive letters. Cursive is like completely different. This is like print. We're talking about print here. This is print middle case. Cursive middle case is another discussion. We could also talk about Russian. Do you want to talk about Russian cursive? Russian cursive is great. It's unironically really fun to write. It's all very swooshy. Also, you're required to write in cursive in Russian because writing in block letters is seen as like little kiddie stuff. Anyway, completely off topic. Let's get back to the letters.
As much as you, but I have no other ideas. Let's please just move on.
Just do this.
N is... Okay, hear me out on this one. So let's say we have lowercase n and we want to convert it to uppercase n by means of a slow step-by-step process.
Yes,
Step one
this is
would
how we should be
probably
approaching
to
all
make
the letters.
this line longer because then it would match uppercase n. However, that is just H, but you know, it's just the in-between phase. I'm not gonna make middle case N just H. The next step would probably be to sharpen this, right? Because then it becomes that.
That's just
but
H.
This still too closely resembles H. What if we raise
not
this
even
side
joke.
and
I
lower
don't know
this
why that's
side
so
again? So
funny
it
to me.
becomes that. Because then the next step would obviously just be to raise the other side and then just flip it, and you would have an uppercase N. But this is too uppercase N resembling to be middle case N, and this is too H resembling to be middle case N. So just take the in-between and make that middle case N.
No.
I have like an intense internal sensation telling me that this is the worst thing I've ever laid eyes on.
Yes, it is the worst thing I've ever laid eyes on. Okay, let's fix this monstrosity. Okay. So, alright, so we got the small and round. We could take the philosophy from the M and carry it over to the N. So this is, we can start, I'm gonna start with basically making the curve bigger like we would with the N. And it loses the front, but we still, it like grows this part. So we could theoretically do like that? Nah. Honestly, this makes sense to me. Is it, okay, I'm undecided. Is it better like this or like this? Because this is like it growing the tail from over here and losing the tail here. But it also just kind of looks like a backwards H, and this kind of matches the vibe of the M. So I'm not sure. I'm kind of leaning towards this just because it's more visually appealing and less unenjoyable to write. My brain wants to do this. My brain wants to do this, not this. I am a U drawer, not an N drawer. That probably makes no sense. It's okay. So I don't know. I guess we'll leave this up for debate. Be either this or this. I'll just do that. There we go. Cool. Alright. Got these options. One of these. But yeah, like making letters jagged, if they're not uppercase, I think, so far, has just been objectively a bad idea every time. It just ends up looking awkward. Anyway, let's continue.
But the rational part of my brain is telling me that this makes sense and logically should be the middle
Three-quarters
case
of an
N.
M?
And now I'm going to erase it before that internal instinct takes over. Oh boy, O's design sure did confuse me. It's another problem letter.
That actually makes sense.
It's the same in both uppercase and lowercase, just smaller. Do I really want to put O beneath the line like with C? No. Do I want...
Wait, 1 second. I kind of like this. Okay, I'm adding this to the consideration list because I do like this. We'll revisit this. We'll revisit this. I do like this option. Wait, that's the wrong layer. Okay. Oh, we're back. We're back to letters. Yeah, we'll come back to the end and decide at the end. How about that? And we can kind of like get a vibe of the whole middle case alphabet overall and see like which one fits the overall energy best. Cause yeah, I like this a lot actually. This is really solid. Okay. This is another letter like C where he's like, "Oh, we can't just make it middle. Why not? Why not? Genuinely, why not? What this makes sense. Why would you not do this? This is a simple and easy solution. It looks good. It works. It makes sense. It's no more or less confusing than like the upper and lowercase letters already are. So like, second, there we go. Okay. So like what's wrong with just making it in between? What's wrong with that? I don't understand. Just do that. There you go. See? Like, wait here. I'll make myself like a little handwriting line, so it's easier to see. So O is that. that O is that, and then this O is here. And if you're being like, oh, but letters don't go there. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Like, a letter J, or what's another letter that does that? Oh yeah, the letter F. Like, it doesn't go all the way to the top. It goes there. It's like 3/4. So, like, it works. It makes sense. Okay, anyway. Anyway, so I genuinely don't understand why he's so hesitant to just make the middle letter in the middle if it, like, makes perfect
either
sense.
Or and put a dot in the middle?
It's such an easy answer. Like,
kind of. I think this is a step in the right direction, but it's also a little too close to my uppercase period, even though they are incredibly different sizes, but still, that's bothering me. And so what if we just made the dot a circle?
It works. But, like, this is so much
Lowercase
simpler.
o to middlecase O to uppercase O. I
This
guess
is so
that
much
we have the
simpler.
problem that I proposed with C having a dot, being that this just kind of appears and then disappears. But I like to think of it as the O kind of cloning itself, and then shrinking the outer layer, like shrinks in, like it's a fun little animation. Like it's a big
what he's
O,
saying.
then it clones itself, and then the outer one
I
shrinks
get
into the
what
smaller
he's
one,
saying,
and then it becomes okay.
but, like,
Oh, that
this
made
is
no sense,
this is
probably.
just so
Yeah,
easy.
it's the same problem, but
This
it
is
like
so
makes
much
a little
easier.
more sense
He's
than just a
overcomplicating
dot
it.
appearing
He's
in the middle of C.
overcomplicating
Kind of a
it
tricky
so
one.
much.
I made do with what I could. P was one of the
All right,
hardest to
P.
design because, okay, yeah, you know what? You don't need to work. What was I thinking?
I got a
Having
digital
whiteboard markers
pen.
to write on a whiteboard
The only way to
with.
run
Get a
out is
whiteboard, they said.
this
Write
isn't
with your
even
whiteboard
battery. It
markers,
literally
they said.
can't.
But what
It
if
would
the
have to
whiteboard
break
markers
to
don't
stop
even want to
working.
write? P was one of the hardest on this list,
Alright.
just because there's not. You can't. What do I do? The line moves down, and this moves
letting him
down.
talk.
But I can't do one in between because that doesn't work. So I sat down,
It
relaxed,
technically does,
closed
but I
my
think there's a
eyes,
better option.
and meditated on it. And meditation must be a scam because all I could come up with was this. I don't really know. It looks okay.
No,
It's
it
like
doesn't. It looks awful.
The tail kind of just appears and then goes away.
It makes no
but
sense.
It's not like I could really do anything else.
Yes,
I wasn't
there
about to do
is.
a backwards P because that's just Q. Maybe I should have meditated on it more, but I wanted to make the video now, and whatever. Speaking of Q,
Okay. So, Holly, he came up with was this. This makes no sense. This literally makes no sense because like neither of these have a curl. Like, in no context does the letter P have a curl there. Like, not even in cursive. Okay, so we could. So, like, P is here. I'm gonna just draw this again. So P is usually like below the line, and then the big P is up here. So we could theoretically draw just like an in between. I think that's a valid answer. I think it's a valid answer. He clearly doesn't seem to think it's a valid answer, but I think it is. But I think there's actually a better option. If we look I'm trying how insert number of years back when English still used letters that we no longer use. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that I think we can just borrow letters that we don't use anymore and repurpose them as middle case letters. So, there used to be this fun little letter that we used to use. It's still used in Icelandic, I think. Probably don't quote me on that. But it just looks like this. This was a letter that existed. So if you're saying it's a bad design, then bring that up with the people who invented the letter. Not me. I'm just borrowing it for this. So if we take the lowness of this and the line of this, let me just get that. Let me just like I'm flexible on where it's written, if it's in the middle, or if it's like down here, or if it's like, yeah, I guess those are the only two options. But like this is easy. This is good. This repurposes a letter that we don't use anymore. This was a letter in the English alphabet. hundreds of years ago, question mark. I don't know how many years ago. But yeah, this is a perfectly valid answer. It's this, but the stem's growing up, and then this pops up and gets bigger. So it's a natural transition point. And it repurposes an old letter. So if anyone has a so if anyone has a printing press from a time when they used this letter, you could just repurpose it for Middlecase. You don't even need a letter. It's perfect. We don't even need to create a new font case. We can just steal it. Yeah, it's the letter th. We can just steal it and use it as a Middlecase P. It works great. It's super easy. So yeah, I think this is a super elegant solution because this has fallen out of use. So it makes a perfect Middlecase P because most people don't think of it as with the original sound anymore. So yeah, Middlecase P. Reusing old letters. Anyway, on to Q. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk on why we should reuse the letter th as a Q. As a P, not a Q, wrong letter.
Q,
Ugh.
uppercase Q
All
and
right.
lowercase q are so vastly different
He's
that
so
coming up with a
close.
middle
He's
case
so
version
close with
of
this
Q
one.
was just a task in and of itself. I
He's
don't
so
even
close.
remember what my thought process was. I just know that eventually I settled on this. And for those of you
Okay.
who write your Q without the little tail, this is what your Q would look like. Odd doesn't even begin to describe how I feel about this, but I also just couldn't think of anything more that would better represent an in-between of the two. I guess I could have done something along the lines of like this, but that just felt like this feels more uppercasey than this.
Okay. So I don't know why I keep doing that. I start to talk, and then I take a sip of my drink as if that is conducive to talking. Cursive Q, yeah. Okay. So whether you write your Q like this or this, either's fine. Why he writes his Q like this, I don't know. He is objectively incorrect. Anyway, so his solution, I really need to keep these layers organized. I'll play along with him. I'll do this. Okay, so he ended up deciding on this, which is fine. I would write it at this. That's okay. That's fine. And then he brought up the idea of doing this, which I think is closer to the correct option. I think this is better. I think. So what I would do is there's two options. Okay. So we can either do this, but like make it middle. Or we could do this. We do this. Cause it's like the Q and the this. So it's like both. but I think some sort of like adaptation of this would make the most sense. Let's see. How can we make this better? How can I make this better? I guess like the curve looks more lowercase. So I think this works well. You could also just make it more horizontal. By like that, I guess. I think that works. That works pretty well. Cause splitting it in half doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Cause like at no point does this cut anything in half. This is always just like a little tail. So yeah, I think I like this. I think I like this option. I'll make it a little bit longer just so it looks a little bit less the regular one. Gosh, go. Ugh. Why is it so hard to write on here? It shouldn't be this difficult. Okay, there we go. So yeah, like I don't hate his solution, but I feel like this is a little bit more elegant. I think this looks a little bit nicer. This looks nice. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Oh, wait, we already did P. What's after Q? Q, R. There we go, R. That is the weirdest R I have written in my entire life. Alright, I don't remember what he does for R at all.
Ultimately, so I decided against that. You could just think of it as like a double-sided Q, right?
No, double-sided Q is a horrible idea. We don't need more Q in the alphabet.
Uppercase Q pretty well, I'd say. I don't know, maybe I'm being too optimistic about it, and maybe it just sucks, but... Anyway, R was one that took me a while. For the longest time, I kept trying to merge this semicircle with lowercase r, and so that was my design for like most of this video's production.
Okay, but I kind of like that.
But the more I saw this, the more I just hated it. That doesn't work at all. That doesn't, not even one bit. So
you know what does? This.
And what if we just kept the long line at the back of the R? Something's missing. Perfect. Again, semicircle or loop or whatever you want to call it, shrinks into a dot.
Okay, oh my gosh, I forgot to turn off my alarm again. Thank you, Izza, for the work. Thank you. Okay. So, like, I don't understand his logic of a circle turning into a dot, like, or a loop. Okay, a circle turning into a dot makes sense because it's a smaller circle, but like a loop, like this turning into this doesn't make sense. This turns into like this. This turns into like whatever this shape is. This is like, I don't know, half a dot. Wow, I keep forgetting to write things on the wrong layer. Okay. So I think I'm gonna need to brainstorm a bit for this one. One thing we could do is that? Actually, wait. I kind of like that. I kind of like this. Because it's got the R here. And it's got this from... Okay, yeah, I'm going with this. I've decided this is the correct answer. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong. If it would help if I could write... Okay, there we go. Looks like a K. No, the top's curved. This is a K. This is a middle case R. Here, I'll make it look less like a K. Here, 1 second, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. There. There you go. Is it better now? There you go. Yeah, you just gotta get the like line up here. You can't like, yeah, you have to attach the line real far up here. I just drew a bunch of R's on the wrong layer. There we go. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's clearly the correct option there. I like this. I actually like this. It looks kind of like an R. It looks like an uppercase R, but it's made with a small R. Did you guys ever see those books where it was like, learn how to draw an animal with letters and numbers, and it was like, all right, draw like a 3, and then a 3 here, and a 3 here, and an O, and like a 4, and a 4, and dots, and like 2 7s, and now you have whatever this is. Like, did you guys ever have those books? I don't know what prompted the thought, but there were these books that were like, oh yeah, draw a B, and then draw a B backwards, and then draw an I, and draw a V, and wow, it's a butterfly. You wrote it with letters. Good job. I don't know. It's kind of a neat concept. I wish I remembered any of the like more detailed ones because there were actually some pretty cool like ones. Like it was like, oh, and then like whoa, and then you'd end up with like this whole detailed fish sketch. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Q R S. S is next. I have a feeling I know what he's gonna say about this one. I have a feeling he's gonna say that we can't just put one that's in the middle.
And then shrinks into nothing. It's a consistent pattern that is also not consistent with other letters with dots, but you know what? It's fine. It looks like an alien symbol.
See, that's why we don't use the dot, because it's inconsistent.
But like...
It's inconsistent.
It's
we
like
cannot have inconsistency in the English language.
R. So cute.
I know this. Okay. I know the alphabet isn't exclusively
I firmly
used
believe that
with the English language,
is the worst letter in this list
but the joke is that English
it's the same
is
letter,
inconsistent.
both uppercase and lowercase, just smaller. Okay. I don't want to put it below the line because that's just terrifying. And I also can't add a circle or a dot anywhere, nor can I put a line through it because then it's just a dollar sign.
I like the
So
dollar
what do I
sign.
do? And as a man desperate to finish this video, I had to turn to the last resort.
Wait, does he finally do it? Does he do it? Yes! Yes!
I had to make it slightly smaller than uppercase S
Yes.
and slightly bigger than lowercase
He
s.
did it! He did the thing! See? Okay.
I'm gonna have to live with that. T, on the other hand,
The thing is,
it just kind of
like-
annoyed me because
Okay. If you're writing words and you're like this is not confusing because there's a clear size difference between the letters. So is like if you're writing a word that has like S's in it, like you just make them different sizes. You can tell. You can tell they look like oops. You can tell that they're different. So like so if I write jazz, like you can tell this is middle, this is upper, and this is lower. You just have to like in context they make sense, but like it's okay, it works. I don't know why he's so stressed out about not making the anyway, let's move on. Alright.
oh, look at me, I'm a line and I'm gonna shrink and then move down a little bit, but not enough to the point where I can justify putting just a line
there
in
a dot
between
on my
those 2
screen?
points. So what do I do?
On my
Oh,
screen?
I don't know. Let's just, you know what? Why not? Let's just
Okay.
flip T upside down. Is this also the symbol in math for like a perpendicular line? Yeah, but you know what? We could just say that middle case T would become the symbol for a perpendicular line. The same way like X and Y represent numbers in math. It's like this just, it's not that this symbol already exists so we can't use it as letters, it's that the letter would then also be used as the symbol.
Okay. Okay. There I understand that we're getting towards the end of the alphabet and he's running out of ideas. But in what world is this a transition point from this it doesn't make sense. It's not. There's a much easier solution. Okay, so earlier what he was doing is he was combining halves of letters, which I think makes sense in certain scenarios if they are compatible. Like whatever he did for M, not valid. But I think there's a valid option for T. I think you can just do this. And you got a middle point. Maybe if it helps, you can make it smaller too. Right here, we can just there. See? Middlecase T. Halfway point. It gains the top line, loses the bottom line. It's the evolution. It's the middle evolution. It makes sense. I don't know why his turn's upside down, but it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Okay, anyway, let's continue.
Right. Does it make a lot of sense?
No.
That's
why you should have done this.
And by the way, if you write your lowercase t with a little curve, you're out of luck, buddy. That's just, you just have to live with that now.
My
you
version
are not gonna believe what I decided to do
allows
for you.
for that.
Oh, but what if I read it without the tail? Don't worry. Don't worry. You're okay. Calm down.
Okay. Okay. So we're back to this whole avoiding just making it medium thing. It was a little bit different. The phase symbol. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. So I think honestly the best solution is just to make it like bigger. Cause this is clearly not a lowercase u. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'm going with that. Okay. No, don't worry too much about it. Don't think too hard about it. UV. Okay. All right. I'm gonna jump the gun here a little bit and just go ahead and call it like a middle V because like as we have discussed before. This is just a simple, easy answer. It makes sense. It works. We don't need to overcomplicate it. But let's see what he does. I'm gonna look this up. I hope the phase symbol isn't anything bad. Is it like a brand? I I don't know.
I said you weren't gonna believe what I did for you. Honestly, I feel like this is pretty believable. This is also the one that I think most nicely accounts for the different ways people write it. It doesn't really change all too much between the two, just like how normal lowercase u doesn't change all too much between the two, so I'm pretty satisfied with it. V and W, you know what, we'll just do them at the same time, are both also kind of problem letters, but I came up with a clever solution for these.
This is
In
awful.
both cases, we just have the same letter but smaller, so what do we do for it? Well, let's pretend for a second that V bends at the middle here and here, and
Why would we
W does the
pretend
same
that
thing.
V
That means
bends?
that V can fold over itself, like so,
Why?
and W can also fold over itself,
Why would
like
we
so,
pretend this?
which
This
ends
is
up
not a
creating
canon alphabet
middle
fact.
case V and middle case W. I'm actually
No.
not too upset with this, as much as I
I
don't like
am
the concept.
upset. I am upset. Why would you do this? Okay. Just make one that's in the middle. It's not that hard. You don't need to add a lid for no reason. Okay, anyway. That's going there. We're doing the middle size, okay? It makes sense, it's elegant, it's easy, okay?
Of covering up the top and then
Why
opening it up
there's
again for the lowercase
lid
one.
doesn't make sense.
I didn't really have anything else to do, and I don't think it's the end of the world. Moving on,
It
we
looks
have
stupid.
X, which kind of follows
added
the
a
exact
line.
same principle. X,
It doesn't,
X.
like, where'd it come from?
X. I know it's just an hourglass.
Yeah,
but
that's stupid too.
that's fine. Honestly,
Okay. He's so, like, resistant to just make it middle-sized. Just make it in the middle. Well, like, what's wrong with that? What's so bad about just making it in the middle? Okay. Anyway, so X will clearly just be X, but in the middle. I don't know, this is so simple and easy. This is easy to read, easy to write. It completely, like, what's it called? Accommodates how people write letters, because you can write this, or if you do like this, it still works, or if you do this, it still works. Like it all works. It's great. It works. It's good. It's just the same thing but smaller. It's easy. I don't know why he's so averse to just using that.
we could do with an hourglass in the alphabet. Originally, before this,
We
I
don't
had
need
it
an
as
hourglass.
this. I don't know why. I just chose to only add a line at the
I don't
bottom.
think I added
guess I was
lines
just
in
hating
general,
myself
to be
that day.
honest.
The thing
I
with VW
don't
and X
really
is that it's
get
just, they're
it.
all such strange examples when it comes to designing a middle case form. So I did the best I could, and
No, you
I'm
didn't.
not
You
too
could have
upset
done
with it.
better.
And I hope you aren't either, because
Do
I would
better.
very much like to continue making videos.
Sorry.
Why did I have to design a middle case version for Y?
Alright.
I can't just do this because that's, first of all, hideous. Second of all, it's just a bigger version of this, and some people also write their uppercase Y's like this, so that doesn't work. I also just can't do this because I feel like that would get too easily confused
but what
with
about-
lowercase
what about
y.
middle?
So clearly we have to add something,
What about
even if it's
middle?
not present in
We don't
uppercase
need to
or
add
lowercase y.
anything.
So why not?
Just no, don't add
And
things.
then
That's
just
not
maybe,
an
like, expand this a
evolutionary
little bit.
middle point.
And like,
No.
I don't know, man.
I
This one needs
disagree.
some workshopping. I'm
Yes,
more
it
than
does.
willing to admit that. But you know what? It is just kind of a skill issue on Y's part. You suck. And
No,
lastly,
it's
we have the final
not.
letter of the alphabet,
Alright,
Z.
Z.
Another problem letter. However,
It's
this
not a
one
problem letter.
kind of
You-
works.
you're
in
making
way.
it a
So
problem
obviously
letter
they both
because
have
you
lines at the
refuse to
bottom, so
do
we'll
a
keep
middle
that, and we'll take the big line
sign.
for uppercase Z, but the small line for lowercase z, and we'll create that. So if I were to write it more properly,
No. Don't.
that's how it would look. And I know that some people write
Don't
their
do
Z's with a
this. This
line in the
looks
middle.
terrible.
So you know what? If you want to do that, then just throw the line in. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. Right. So that's all my designs for
Okay.
middle case letters. But what's the purpose of them?
Yes.
What's the use
This-
case?
this is
When
a
would
good
we
thing.
ever
This I
apply
agree
these
with.
to our writing? If you'll remember, in my lowercase and uppercase symbols video, there was no use case. It was just purposeless and for fun. But with my lowercase numbers, it eradicated the need to use commas with numbers. For example, if I were to write out 980,000, I need a new pen. For example, if I were to write out 980,272, we don't need commas because uppercase letters indicate the start of where commas would be.
This is
so in the case of
important.
middle case letters, get it? Case of middle case. That was completely by accident. We actually don't need spaces anymore.
This is
Proper
very
nouns and the start
important.
of the sentence will still begin with uppercase letters, but the start of every other word would begin with a middle case letter. So for example, if I were to write out the sentence, my name is Lucas, if you have a good enough grasp on middle case letters, you can read this without it having spaces or having to like decipher where
you can
each
read
word
it super
starts and
easily.
ends.
It's actually
Would
really
it look
convenient.
really disorganized?
You just use
And
the
would it
middle case
ultimately
letters
be
to
a lot
separate
harder
words.
to read than
And it saves
our
a lot of
current system?
characters. This would be great for things
but,
like Twitter
let me
or
have a
like
little
other
fun.
platforms
So,
that have
in conclusion,
limited character usage. Okay. It's currently writing, thank you for watching. I'm gonna write it in the correct way.
in retrospect, this looks like shit.
Yes, it does. He get judged. Anyway. The end can just follow the end can just follow the regular end rules, the nya or whatever. Like, this can just follow the regular. It can just be this. There you go. This is your middle case. How do you pronounce this letter? Like, what do you call it? What's the name for this letter? I know that it makes like a nya sound, but I don't know what you call it. Anyway, so he had some good ideas. He had some bad ideas. Enya? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the media source so I don't accidentally start playing the video again. Anyway, he had some good ideas. He had some bad ideas. Here, I'll add it to the end for reference. I understand that, okay, some of his were really good. Like this E. The E is solid. This is really good. Some of them, like, okay. I'm really hesitant to use the dot. There's gotta be a better solution. There's gotta be a better solution than just the dot. Because I understand the dot makes sense. Maybe like a not full one? Nah, that doesn't make sense. And if we just did this, that would just be a P. I don't know. Half an 8? Like that? Wait, how? This depends on how you write an 8. This is dependent on how you write an 8. Do you do the snowman 8 or do you do the this? Because this is how I do it. Like, cut in half from, oh! Like a 3? That makes sense. I see this. I like this. This makes sense. It is just a 3, but I kind of like it. You could also argue that the letter L and I are also just the number 1, so I'm not paying too much attention to letters or numbers or whatever. I kind of like it. Wait, what if you did like... Maybe? Yeah, but that doesn't make sense because, like, you lost this. Okay, so this is there, this is always there. But if you did like this, this is so stupid. I think I found the stupidest answer. Okay. I like this. I think this is a contender. This is a possibility. It is just a 3, but it's a possibility. An unknown. Let's see. What do? I'm trying to think. Okay, for the end, I'm still a little bit undecided. I think I like this best? Or, this was really solid too, actually. I'm getting rid of this. Wait. I'm getting rid of this one. It's down to these two. I like both of these. These are both solid. I guess I should probably clarify. There you go. I think either of these. I think this could be like it depends on how you write it type letter. Because like some people write their lowercase n's like that. And some people write them like this. I write it like this. B but small with tall line. Sana, you're a genius. Sana, you're a genius. Perfect. Okay. We got rid of the dots. I'm so happy we got rid of the weird dot thing. That's perfect. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright. Problem solved. Thank you, Sana. Oh wait. I accidentally erased this as well. Alright. Yeah, cause he likes his dots. He likes his like circle turns into dot. But like the top thing of a B is not a circle. Like if it was a circle and it turned into a that like that makes sense, but this is not a circle. This is not a circle. These have dots because one of the letters has a dot. But like this does not have a dot anywhere in it. So yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense to my brain. I like this. Yeah, I think the N can just be like it depends on how you write it. Because yeah, some people do this and some people do this. So it can just be the same as that, where some people do that and some people do that, depending on just preference. Okay, wait, so I'm gonna write out the whole alphabet, but like better. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I like how I said better than immediately started writing on a slant. This is so crooked. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. This is so messy. Q, V, W, X, Y, Z. And then the bonus letter. And we can, okay, you know, I'm deleting this. This is a mess. This is a mess. This looks way better. Okay, okay, there we go. So this is our final middle case alphabet. We have eliminated all stupid dots. I don't like the dots. I don't like the dots. They don't make sense. They don't make any sense to me. Why does this turn into a dot? This is not round. This is round. This is not magically turn round. I don't like it. Okay, anyway. And the good thing about this is that we can carry it over to other letters that we don't use in English. Like this letter. It's easy. It just follows the same logic as O. And it just gets smaller. That was a really poor illustration of that, but you get the point. There. That's better. There you go. We could do a... How do you even write this letter? I don't know how to write this. Is that how you write it? I don't know. But we can just... Gosh. We can just take this and just glue that on there. It's perfect. It works. It's easy. One that might be more difficult is this. This is not a letter in English. This is a letter in German. Because the big one is technically like this, and the small one's like that. I guess we could just make a middle one. Yeah, let's just make a middle one. That's easy. Okay, so that can be that. That stays the same. Like, I don't... I don't understand why he's so averse to using letters that are in the middle of the big and the small. It's super simple. It makes sense and it works. It's visible in context. Like obviously here they all just look like normal letters, but in context you can easily tell that this is in the middle of these two. Like this is Middlecase. You can tell. What other letters can we make Middlecase for? I'm running out of like. We could do Russian. We could try doing Middlecase letters for Russian. Although a lot of them are gonna be just like middle point letters, like these ones, because a lot of them are just the same but small. Though I would be doing print, not cursive. Yeah, let's do some Middlecase letters for Russian. Okay. So A is easy. A is the same. Little Among Us guy. And thank you for the hydrate. Sorry, I'm chewing on, like, nata, what's it called? Nata coco. Gotta chew. It says gotta chew on the packaging. Thank you for the hydrate. Trying not to inhale water, sorry. Okay. This is easy. This is just the same. This. I guess this is kind of easy too. Well, what did we do for D? Oh yeah, this is what we did for D, so I guess we could just copy that. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Wait. There. Yeah. See, this is B. Alright. Alright, and then C. C is this, or well, S technically. That's the same. C, D. That's the same, so we can just make like a middle-sized one. E. Let's do this again. F is this, so we can just make a middle-sized one. This we can make middle-sized one. G, 8. Middle-sized. Middle-sized. Can't remember the order of the Russian alphabet, I'm just doing my best. And there's this. That's the same. Ignore that this is randomly cursive. It's just easier to write that way, because in... I don't know, that looks weird. It looks weird to me. I guess that works. But yeah, that can be middle. What letters are we missing? K. K is another middle-sized one. I guess in print it's technically that, so it can be middle-sized. Well, M. Yeah, M is middle-sized as well. N. Oh wait, that's the wrong letter. That's N. That can be middle-sized. And O. O is middle-sized. P is middle-sized. Yeah, this whole alphabet's basically middle. They evolve by battle. You have to grind small letters into paste to feed them to one you have to evolve. I think to evolve them, you have to train them. You have to train them. You have to train them by battles. Well, first you have to go into the wild. It's dangerous to go into the tall grass alone. So when you turn 13, 11, how old? I don't remember. 13 years old. You are given a lowercase letter to accompany you, and you go on adventures together and you train, and as you go, your lowercase letter eventually evolves into a middle case letter, which then evolves into an uppercase letter. And the uppercase letters are especially powerful. They're especially powerful. So yes, you have to train them through battle. P. Alright, Q. What's the Q equivalent? I don't know if there is one. I'm gonna skip it. R is middle sized. T is middle sized. That's also middle sized. U. V. Middle sized. W. Is there a W? There's no W. X. There's no X. Your Y. Sort of already did it. Z. Z is the same. Oh wait, no, it's not. Wait. Yeah. Okay, Z is middle sized. Then there's this, which is also just middle sized. What else is there? There's this. This can just be middle sized as well. Same with like the this version. What else is there? Try to think of more Russian letters. There are definitely more. I'm just blanking. I mean, there's this, but this is like exactly the same. Although I guess making... Okay, this is kind of our problem here, because this is basically how you write this in cursive. It's fine. Context. Context matters. Did I got all the letters? I feel like there's more. I feel like I'm missing letters. I don't know. How many letters are there in Russian? I don't remember. I can't remember. Yeah, so we've got A, B, C, D, E, U, F, G, H, I, J, J, K, L, M, O, P, R, T, Š, V, Z, yeah. Yeah, good enough. Let's just pretend we got all of them. It's okay. But yeah, and for if you're working in a language that has umlauts or like other symbols above letters, then like for A, you would just do like this or this or that, depending on what you need. So yeah, so it's pretty versatile. It works with whatever. Same with that. What other fun symbols are there in letters? That's not words, but that's okay. Oh, there's the... I guess you could just... It's like Polish, right? I just do that, I guess. Okay, yeah, no, that's easy. I've been trying to learn Japanese. Characters. Lately, there's a lot. There's a lot of letters, but I've been practicing by just writing like random words and things in katakana. Hiragana? Wait, which one's which again? Why can't I remember which one's which? Katak. One of them's for foreign stuff, and one of them is for normal stuff. I'm blanking. I think hiragana is the normal one. I've started with hiragana. And Japanese doesn't really have lowercase, so I guess you could theoretically design like lowercase letters for Japanese. You could like this is like E, so you could like how do you make this lowercase? Also, like, there's like calligraphy. Wait. You know how Japanese has calligraphy and not really cursive? We should invent Japanese cursive. I think that'd be great. I'm sure they would really appreciate. I'm sure they would really appreciate me creating a cursive of this alphabet I don't fully understand or know. I guess we could do this, because then it's like a little. But yeah, I've been trying to learn hiragana. Yes, hiragana. I'm gonna watch this back later and be like, oh, I'm stupid. But yeah. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. But yeah, I thought of Japanese because Japanese doesn't really use spaces. But so this alphabet can be used to remove spaces from from words. So if I wanted to say like, hello, my name is that's how I would write it. And I don't need any spaces. You could read it. It's great. You don't even need practice. I don't know why he said you needed practice. It's super easy to tell. Because the middle case letters are different. There's also like I could write my middle case letters are objectively correct. You can read it. It's super easy. I like the idea of middle case letters. They have a purpose. They're cursed, but there's actually like a use for them. So anyway, I I don't understand why he was so like so hesitant to just like use letters that were like halfway in between. Like this is easy. It makes sense. It's easy to read. Like like look, you can tell which of these is the biggest, the middle, and the small. It's not that hard. But yeah. I like your letters. Thank you, thank you. I think we should adopt these into standard English. I think we should start using middle case letters. But yeah, unrelated. Hiragana is really fun to write. There's this stupid letter symbol. I don't know how I memorized this. I memorized it specifically because it has a ton of strokes. I've been trying to learn like the correct way to write them. There's like this, and there's this. Should adopt me. Okay, I'm adopting all of you. You are all now legally my children, and you have to clean my room for me. I don't know. It's been a long day. Don't question. But yeah. So yeah, this is clearly correct. I really like the R. I really like the R. I know it's like vaguely reminiscent of a K, but you just have to put the line up here. Like, grab it. Look at that. It looks nice. Context. Context helps. Context always helps. I have this sudden urge to draw. I have this sudden urge to draw. I don't know why. Hey guys, have you seen Initial D? You can't tell me what to do. I mean, I can tell you. You just don't have. You don't have to listen. You're not my real dad. I can tell you what to do, but whether you listen or not, that's a different topic. Here, this is Takeshi. This is my favorite character. This is what he looks like. He has a cool car. You should watch Initial D, by the way. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk on middle case letters and why mine are objectively correct. And yeah, I will be saving this. I will be distributing this material to the masses. I want to draw stuff now. I don't know what I would draw though. Like I feel kind of self-conscious drawing on stream. Except for like the stuff 5-hour Takashi tangent. I'm stopping myself for your guys's like what's the word? For your guys' sake. There we go. I can English. I'm so good at English. I always feel like kind of self-conscious drawing on stream, like with people watching, unless it's like something I'm pretty confident in. Just because like with people especially, like my people drawing skills are real heckin' scuffed, and so like I can get to something that's like semi-acceptable, but it takes a lot of like trial and error, and it's like embarrassing for people to see like the error, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm insecure about my drawing. I'm insecure about my drawing skills. Or lack thereof. You know what? Actually, you know what I've been meaning to do? You know what I've been meaning to do? Okay. Hi. Hi. Welcome. We're discussing middle case letters. These are middle case letters. This is the middle case alphabet. These are bonus letters. But this is the middle case alphabet if you want to use it. This is N. You can use either one. Yes. This is very important. But I don't know if you guys check Twitter very often or not. But I posted a while ago that I was like, I want to draw My Little Pony. I want to turn people. The first time I've seen you so talkative, I have had sugar, and I am tired. That's probably why. So I'm great at words. I posted a thing on Twitter being like, I want to draw people as My Little Pony characters because I recently discovered that I can actually kind of still draw them. You had sugar and thought of Takashi. Yeah, accurate. I hope you can get rest soon. Takashi, no! Okay. Takashi rant. Okay, well not rant, but like TED Talk. Okay. Anyway, hello. Welcome to my TED Talk. My TED Talk on Takashi Nakazato from Initial D. Best character, 10 out of 10. This is Takashi. 1 second. I'm gonna draw him for you so you can see what he looks like. This is what he looks like. Got a little hair floofs. That's what he looks like. So this is Takashi. Takeshi Naka. I know how to write his name in hiragana now. I can write it. Wait. Loading. I write Ta. Ta is Puffin Forest. I don't know what that is, but yes. Oh god, how do you write Ta again? Oh no. Now that I'm on the spot, I'm panicking. Kit is easy. Kit is this. She is this. I think Ta is this? Or is that Na? It's one of these. I don't know. I'll just leave them both there. No, it's... Wait, no, this is Ni, and this is Ta. Okay. So I was right the first time. Okay. And then Na... Ka... Ja... Thinking. Loading. Ja. And then... To. Yeah! There we go. That's how you write it, Sam, in hiragana. Wow, I'm so smart. Don't ask me how to write it in kanji, because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna try and draw it from memory, because I haven't actually, like, paid attention to the stroke order or anything. It's like, and then it's like, or something like that. I don't remember. There's like a lot happening here, and then there's just like cubes. Anyway, not important. Anyway, this is Takashi. This is exactly what he looks like, one-to-one drawing. He is from Initial D. He drives an R32, GTR R32 Nissan Skyline. Haven't seen you 2 months. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing alright. I got sick, and then I got unsick, and then I got sick again, and now I'm getting unsick again. But other than that, I'm pretty good. But yeah, he's from Initial D. He drives R32. This is R32. It has a little thing in middle. A little floof car. This is accurate, 1-to-1. Don't ask me why the window's a triangle. Don't ask why the window's a triangle. Why does it have it doesn't have that many. Okay. There. Just don't look at it too closely. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's just his car. Initial D's, yes. My favorite. Anyway, this is his car. Perfect 1-to-1 illustration. Anyway, this is Takashi. He is cool. There's a lot to say about him. I don't know where to start. He's the leader of the Miyogi Night Kids, which is a racing team that races on Mount Miyogi. Miyogi looks like this, more or less. It's a really pretty looking mountain. Look it up. It's actually really cool looking. I like it a lot. It looks really pretty in the autumn, especially because it's like this cliffy, like rocky thing, and then there's like bursts of like orange and like red. It's pretty. It looks cool. Anyway, so yeah, him, and then his like second in command guy is Shingo. This is Shingo. It does have a lake. Wait, no, it doesn't have a lake. No, that's Miyogi. Or Akina, sorry. Akina / Haruna has a lake. No, that's Mount Haruna. Haruna had a Volvo. That's another story. That's IRL though. That's not Initial D. That is IRL Haruna Volvo. I love Haruna Volvo. Haruna Volvo, I love it. I should do Haruna Volvo fan art. I want to do Haruna Volvo fan art. It was like something. I don't know. And then there was like the pier and like the little duck boats. And I was just chilling there in the water. Anyway, that's the Haruna Volvo. That's unrelated. So that's Shingo. He is there. He's a second in command guy. He's Engi and incredibly reckless, to like a concerning degree. Takashi is a really good racer, but he had a race. Okay, so pre story of Initial D, before the start of the show, he had this race. So he used to drive an S13. And he was racing against this guy with an R32. And during the race, he spun out and crashed the S13. And it really, really affected him because he like crashed and it like completely got destroyed. And so he was like, oh, the 32 is pretty cool actually. And so he ended up saving up and buying himself an R32 and getting rid of the S13. Senna style story. I don't know what that means, but probably. Anyway, so he had the crash, and then he bought the R32 because he was like, you know, maybe drifting's kind of stupid. Maybe like I should drive with the like more efficient method instead of like the flashier method. So then he started taking racing like super seriously, and like he had his team and blah 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 blah. But the crash still kind of stuck with him, kind of still stuck in his head. And he's very passionate. He's very emotional, not like in a bad way emotional, just very like he cares about stuff a lot. He cares a lot about like racing and his team and his car and all that stuff. So it's very important. It's all very important to him. So he's been racing lately, but he's been losing a lot. He keeps getting into his head and like spinning out or crashing or just like losing for whatever reason. So he loses a lot just because he's got like this memory of the crash and it's like still kind of affecting him like a year later or however long, I don't remember. Anyway, so then this is not shown in Initial D. This is the audio drama Black Lightning, which I have on CD. Don't ask why. the so then there's an audio drama called Black Lightning. His nickname is Black. He's the Black Lightning of Mount Miyogi, by the way. They don't ever really say it in the show, but it is his nickname technically. Anyway, so his R32 is black for context, by the way. So is his hair. And so in this other side story, he's like racing and he's still like losing because he's still like in his head about the crash and he's still kind of like, it's like baby PTSD, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it. He's like slightly traumatized from the crash. And his friends, so by friends I mean Shingo and Impact Blue. Don't worry about who Impact Blue is. They're fine. They're other characters. They're like scheming and they're like, Takashi keeps losing all these races. Like he's clearly stressed out. Something's up. We should probably figure out what's wrong. And so they find out about the race where he crashed and they're like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up a race between the guy he crashed against and him. And then if he wins, maybe he'll get out of his funk. And so then they go and they race. And Takashi completely destroys the guy and gets his confidence back and goes back to racing normally. And that is the story of Takashi Nakazato. Anyway, he's great. That's a TLDR of his racing career during Initial D. But he's great. He's very silly. He's very focused on being like, oh, cool, manly, but he's a silly dingus. He has silly dingus energy. He's talking about like, oh, racing aura and the car has an aura and everyone else is like, yes, good for you, Takashi. It's great. It's great. I love him. Anyway, watch Initial D. And listen to Back on the Rocks. It's great. Anyway, so yeah, that's a TLDR summary story talk lecture about Takashi. Yeah, go get rest, and also watch Initial D. But yeah, go get rest. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, My Little Pony. I forgot. Oh my gosh. I got so distracted. Anyway, I like Takashi. He's cool. I have a plushie of him now. I made it. It's great. It's tiny. It's like 2 inches tall. It's just this little stupid guy. He's like so grumpy. I want to get him some clothes because he looks really naked. It's weird. He just have like this little naked dude. He needs clothes. He really needs clothes. Okay. Anyway. Before everyone leaves because I'm only talking about Initial D. Well, if I have the time, yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. It's a really good show. It's a really, really good show. Anyway, so a couple days ago, I posted on Twitter being like, does anyone want to be turned into a My Little Pony? And I had a dream that someone responded, but it was like someone I really didn't like, so I was like scared. It was a fictional person. It's not someone that exists in real life. It was just like my dream was like, yes, here's this fictional person that you don't like for some reason. I don't know. The only replies I got in DMs were in DMs, so it looks really sad because there's no comments on the post. Why would people leave? Because you're talking about stuff you're into? Because I will not shut up about Takashi. But yeah, I was like, hey, does anyone want to be turned into My Little Pony? Because I found out I apparently still more or less remember how to draw them. And I don't know how to feel about the fact that I still more or less remember how to draw them. This is not correct. This is wrong. I'm just gonna keep going, it's fine. But I it's funny because like I have not played. I've kind of like, okay, so I was into My Little Pony for a little bit, like heckin' forever ago. The same with War Thunder. There. Like I used to like sort of be into the show. Um, I watched it a lot with my sister. I kind of like enjoyed the like original species, I guess. I was never really active in the like internet fandom or whatever, but I was like I always wanted to draw them. This is trash. This looks awful. I'm deleting that. Um the so and then I was like I wonder, so I've been like looking back through my old art and stuff and I was like, wow, this is really bad, but I used to draw my little ponies like this and I was like, I wonder if I can do it better now. Turns out I can do it better now. And I don't know how to feel about the fact that I'm better than I was, but like I haven't drawn anything My Little Pony in like I don't know how many years. So like I'm doing this by like muscle memory mostly because I don't remember. They have like this weird oval shaped head and this super like long thin neck that looks really awkward, but like when you add the hair it looks good. It's really weird. It always throws me off. And then this is like the eye. The nose needs to be lower down. That is way too big. I can't remember how to do this very well. That's okay. This needs to be rounder. Maybe the rounder head was the correct option? I don't know. It's been a minute. I feel like they've got like these weird like oval heads, but it seems to look better when I do the round option. Maybe that's just like a stylistic preference. But yeah, they have these weird, stupid, like tiny necks. It's real weird. I know this because I have an art book for My Little Pony somewhere buried that I used to stare at for hours because I wanted to figure out how to draw them. Cause yeah, I used to design characters for my little sister. She'd be like, "Oh, I want a character that does music and just this colors and a unicorn and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Okay," and then we'd make it. So I spent like a ton of time staring at the art book, trying to figure out like how the animators and stuff drew My Little Ponies. And I wasn't awful. I wasn't terrible, but it could definitely be better. There we go. There we go. This is looking better. This is looking better. So yeah, I accidentally discovered recently that I can still actually draw these decently well. And like, yeah, even better than I used to be able to actually. Just really funny to me. So yeah, if anyone wants My Little Pony art of their OC. How do you draw the snoots? They're so weird. They're really weird shapes. They like... They... How do I do this? There we go. That looks acceptable. Okay. I guess the round head looks better. I don't know. But... Well, yeah, so I learned after my studying that what the animators do is they draw like this eggy shaped thing, and then they draw a small circle and a slightly larger circle and turn it into like a bean shape that like attaches to this. and then the ears like attached like back here-ish. Do the snoot, but like do it better because I cannot draw snoots apparently. And then the legs, like this is like a big thing, and then this is like a little that, and this is a that, and a this, and then the tail comes out from like there, and then this is like this, and then you'd have like if you have wings they go like there, and there's the eye. You get the idea. There's a unicorn horn if needed. But yeah, so I spent like forever staring at this like My Little Pony art book trying to like copy how they how they drew the ponies in that show. Um so yeah, I actually kind of like learned how to draw Gatling guns. I unfortunately do not know how to draw the Gatling guns. I know what you mean though. What does Pinky look like? I don't remember what she looks like. I haven't watched that show in forever. Maybe we should watch it again. That would be kind of fun to revisit. There's some pretty cute episodes in there. That would be kind of funny, drawing My Little Pony characters from memory. Trying to remember what they look like. Did you know that Pinkie Pie was originally supposed to be a Pegasus pony? No? Probably not. That's an awful drawing of her, but it's okay. It looks literally nothing like her. I wish I could talk to, like, one of the people who worked on it. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I just took a sip. I forgot to actually mention. Pinkie Pie has, like, a round eye. What they did an April Fool's event with MLP jet fighters. That's amazing. That's amazing. Pinkie has this thing in her tail where there's, like, loops inside. I've stared at these stupid designs for so long. They're really solid designs. I know nothing about My Little Pony. It's a pretty cute show, actually. It's like, as far as kids shows go, it's really cute. It's pretty solid. It's very wholesome. I just pretend this looks anything like Pinkie Pie. Except links in my chat. I think you should be able to. Just pretend this looks like her. What side are their things supposed to be on? I don't remember. I don't know. But yeah, back then I spent like forever staring at this stupid little book. The heck did I just do? Okay. Of like how they drew them. There was also another series I liked a lot. Called Philly. I still like it a lot actually. I like collect the figures, but they've been like more or less discontinued in the West. That has sort of like a similar body shape. Definitely definitely heavily inspired by the My Little Pony craze. Though I think they started, I think Gen 4 and Philly started around the same time? Question mark? Not sure. That is not at all the correct body shape. Okay. The thing is, Philly is slightly cursed. Philly characters look slightly cursed. See if I can still draw them. I was better at drawing Philly than I was at My Little Pony at the time. But, like, Philly is such a weird, cursed style. And if you're wondering, why does it look like that? Go look up the art style. Go look up the art style if you want. Alright. Okay, that's roughly the right head shape. Not my best work. That's okay. Alright. I'm erasing the second. Sorry, I'm focusing. I'm trying to get this right. If you're wondering why does it look like that, don't ask me. Ask the people who came up with this style. Someone tried to ask about a link today. Yeah. Yeah, some people have links blocked. My bot thingy does a pretty decent job of catching like bad links. But realistically, I should probably block links. That's okay, I'll do that later. Blech. Okay. Why can I not draw this today? Yes, they actually look like this. I don't know. I don't know why this isn't working today. Like, they look cursed, but they don't look this cursed. Maybe I can do like a side profile. Maybe that'll be easier. I like these weird... My hand is starting to hurt. My hand is starting to hurt from drawing cursed stuff. Ugh. One second. I need to unfold my legs, or refold my legs, sorry. Okay. See. So... I'm trying to figure out how these guys work. So they're really cursed. They're really, really cursed, but I love them anyway, it's okay. They've got like weirdly human necks attached to like bean-shaped bodies. I'll just do like a 3/4 view. That's probably safe. And then they've got like this weird chonky head. There you go. Okay, there we go. This is working. This is working a little bit better. I've got these wiggly ears. What? Wiggly ears. I think I need to move this. This is in the wrong spot. I have a weird chunky head too. It's not weird. I don't think you're weird. I think Sana is a good bean. Unless you mean like weird in a good way. Because there are also good weird. How do you draw these? Why am I suddenly struggling so hard? Yeah, they have these really weirdly human necks for no reason. And then they also do, like, they're drawn in superhuman poses. Like, the poses they're in don't make sense for horses. Because they're supposed to be ponies. They're supposed to be ponies. Maybe if I, like, do, like, this. And then I'm like, whoa, she's swooshing to the side. Maybe that'll, like, make my brain cooperate. That's better, I think. Right? Yes? Maybe? Is this better? I can't tell. I can't tell. The style's so cursed. It's just weird regardless of what you do. Just gonna give her some hair so that it looks like semi-normal. And they have this like super detailed hair with like a ton of lines in it and stuff. Where it's like every strand, every like chunk is like separated. That's good enough. It looks like a cursed Daffy Duck. You're not wrong. I'm gonna make it a unicorn because they all have like some sort of crown or something. Why does it look like a tongue? I don't like that. So she's like, wow, yay! I'm happy to be here. Even though I look really strange, but that's okay. Anyway, so you know, they've got like this weird bean body. They got this weird human like neck. So so when they design when they add the legs, they're like, how can we make this look normal? And they're like, okay, well we could do like horse legs like My Little Pony, like semi-realistic. Or we could do whatever this is. 1 second. You do whatever. That's not good. 1 second. I'm not happy with this body anymore. I'm redrawing it. After I finish drawing this, I'm gonna pull up a picture and so you guys can see what I'm talking about, because I'm not exaggerating. This is generally how it looks. There we go. Okay. So that go there. And that. And it's like that. And then they're like, oh wow, I have hands for some reason. And then it's like, wow, tail. Anyway, it's not perfect, but you get the gist. I I don't know why they decided to make them look like this, but here, let me pull up a picture. Let me pull up like an actual picture of one so you can see. Here, Philly Pony. Philly Pony. Need some official art. Where is official art? Here we go. Nope, that's old. That's when it was still cute. I need modern Philly art. There it is. Wait, they fixed it. They fixed the legs. Oh, it's great. Okay, well, I guess I have to show you Philly Butterfly specifically. Butterfly. Philly Butterfly. Okay. Anyway. Butterfly Phillies. Save image. Save. Why is Discord opening? I did not open Discord. Go away, Discord. Here, 1 second. Layer. How do I... import. Image. Yeah, look at them. Look at these weird looking guys. Look at them. I love them. They're so stupid. They look so weird. Like, what is this anatomy? Why do they have a human neck? Why is it like that? I guess I should probably study up because mine wasn't the greatest. And then I've got like this going on. This. Huh, this is chunkier than I remember. Interesting. I guess I have to study up on my Philly anatomy. But yeah, they've got this real big heckin' head. These like weird eyes. It's great. I love it. I love Philly. They're so cursed. They're great. Ninja Turtles? Why do they look like Ninja Turtles? What? I don't see it. I can't say I see that. Anyway. But yeah, so I spent like heckin' forever drawing those guys, drawing My Little Ponies and etc. And so I was like, you know, I might as well put my questionable My Little Pony skills to use. To see if anyone wants to be drawn as a My Little Pony character. The alien guy from Lilo and Stitch. Wait, I'm trying to like the gray one, the gray alien guy, like the big angry one, or The thing about My Little Pony is that so my sister and my sister's 5 years younger than me, and so we used to watch My Little Pony a lot, like before school, or not before school. We'd watch it on like Saturday mornings, because we didn't have TV, so we just watched pirated My Little Pony every morning, and so I don't remember their names. I don't remember all the big aliens' names. But I know there's like the big gray guy that's like, God, I'm gonna draw him from memory. He's got like this going on, and he's like big and tall, and he's like, whoa. This guy. You know what I mean? This guy. He's like, he's got a shirt or something. I don't know. Uh, but But yeah, the songs in that show are stupidly catchy. Like they still get stuck in my head occasionally. Like I haven't listened to any of them in forever, and then my brain will just be like, "Oh yeah, remember this song from this episode?" I don't know what episode it's from, but like it's just like they did a good job. Gone to okay. Yeah. Um but yeah, they did a good job with that show. It was cute. It was cute. Catchy music. Cute themes, good morals or whatever. Wholesome. Pretty heckin' wholesome overall. Um it looks nothing like him. That's okay. Yeah. This sort of snoot feels more natural to me, but that's not how they draw it in the show. They do like the this. My Little Pony OC for sale. Anyone want to buy her? Her name is Toaster. Her name is Toaster. Yeah, this sort of head feels more natural to me, but like that's not how they draw. That's not how they do it. That's not how they do it at the My Pony headquarters. They should hire me. They should hire me for the animation team, except they don't do this style anymore, which is sad. Yeah, go get rest. Thank you for stopping by. I've gotten so completely distracted from the original topic of this stream. Remember when we were talking about Middlecase letters? Remember that? Remember when we were actually on topic? Maybe I should write like sentences with this. You're like, my Little Pony. Hey, you guys watched Initial D? Help. Ah. My brain is melting. Oh boy. Uh, my little pony. My little pony. Okay, this one's pretty solid actually. These are actually pretty solid. It doesn't look anything like Pinkie Pie, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's been 84 years, yeah. I should write Takashi! Wait, I'm gonna write Takashi in Middlecase letters. Off topic is much cooler, so true. Yeah. She. Takeshi. Na. Ka. Za. There's a lot of A's in his name. So. Perfect. There's Takashi Nakazato in Middlecase. Have you guys... Okay, wait. Do you guys want to see his name in kanji? Because it is a nightmare. 1 second. Takeshi. That's not how you spell Takeshi. Takashi Naka. Fun fact! There's a politician in the... Okay, so Japan has like different regions. Yes, regions, is that the right word? I don't know, I can't brain. But there's a politician from the area that he's from in the anime, and the politician's name is unironically Takashi Nakasano. It's really funny. It's great. So yeah, there's a politician. Alright. Oh, okay. Apparently it does not like Japanese characters. Here, we can... You wanna watch me try and butcher his name? Oh boy. Alright, let's try and recreate the kanji. I've never actually tried this before because it is like, how do I zoom in? How zoom in? How do you zoom in on a page? I know there's a shortcut. I don't remember what the shortcut is though. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Okay, so so it's an easy start. It's an easy start. I'm gonna hide the alphabet layer. Okay, so it's not what I wanted. I have not learned the stroke order for these kanji, so please do not judge me. So yeah, that's easy. So that's Nakazato. Now we get to Takashi. Oh god, I need to zoom in on this. Second. No, I don't want cookies. Oh, there we go. Okay, I can... Nice. Yeah, that's clear. Okay. Alright, let's try this. Okay. Oh, there's so many lines. There are so many lines. Okay. Please keep in mind, I have never tried writing this before. I do not know the correct stroke order. Oh god, it's so... I need to zoom in further. I unironically need to zoom in further to be able to see this properly. There's so many lines. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna go... That? Trying to... This is so hard when you don't know the stroke order. Stroke order is meant to make writing stuff like this easier. Because then you know like where to start and like where to build off of. Nailed it. Good enough. Anyway, this is how you write Takashi. Not like this, because this looks like trash, but oh god, this is so hard to write. Takashi, why is your name this? Why did they choose this kanji for your name? Just looks like a spider. I'm so bad at this. Perfect. Anyway, his name is a little difficult to write. I think I prefer the hiragana. Oh my gosh. Wait. Yes, it's that. I need to practice. I need to practice my hiragana so I don't forget it. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna hope that was correct. Anyway, someday I will learn how to write Takashi's name in katakana or kanji. Today is not the day. Today is not that day. Anyway, oh my gosh, that's not the alphabet, that's ponies. There we go. Nope, that's also not the alphabet. There we go, there's the alphabet. Or wait, here, I can show you all the kanji I've learned so far. Wow! I'm so good at learning. So there's like the vowels. There's A, or the A equivalent, I guess. I don't know. A, E. E is this. I. Oop. And then there's O. And then there's dash, which is like the U. And then I learned ka. K is this. Ko, ki. Oh, ki. Ki is up, and cool is that. Nope, that's not cool. This is cool. And this is cool. What else have I learned? It wasn't his fault if it was parents' choice. I know, I'm blaming his parents for choosing whatever. Where did I put it? Did I delete it? I probably deleted it. That's probably for the best. It's just like help. I'm so good at kanji, guys. So these are all the the k. This is like the vowels. This is the T. T I'm bad with. Ta. I'm gonna skip T. I'll come back. I'll do S. Sa. Sa is this. Sa se. Se is this. Si. She. She. Sho. So. 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 So is this. What's so? Brain. Loading. So. Sho. Sho. Cho. 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 Su. Oh my gosh, what is soul? Oh yeah, wait, it's the weird one. It's this. There you go. There you go. I'm so good at this. Okay, what other letters have I learned? Oh my gosh, what else have I learned? I've learned more than this. I learned. Okay, I'm gonna try T. So ta. I'm gonna skip. T. I'm also gonna skip. T. I'm also gonna skip. Oh wait, T is this. To is this. Tu, tsu. So this is tsu. T. This is chi. Ta. Ta? I've done this like 5 times today. I should know ta by now. Oh my gosh. And then I'm learning N. I'm in the process of N. So N is na. Na is this, which I remember because it's weird and complicated. I don't know why, but the complicated ones are easier or hard. Bleh. The complicated ones are easier for me to remember. There we go. Ne. Do I know ne yet? I can't remember if I know ne yet. I think is it this? Is it this or am I making things up? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna leave that there and hope for the best. Don't think I know this. Don't think I know this. Or this. I don't think I know any of these actually. I mean, okay, so there's also g, which is just you add like little 2 lines to like all of these. And it's the same for this to turn them into z. And then I think t turns into d. I think it's it's d. Yeah, because this is do. All right, and then but she turns into g, like g. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I should know more. I feel like I know more than this, and I'm forgetting. M? Do I know M? I don't think I know M. Oh yeah, I've got quite a bit to go. I think I'm like halfway through hiragana. I think there's like double this to go. Oh boy. Cause yeah, there's M, there's P, which I think is like one of these, but with circles? Maybe? I don't know. And then there's I think it might be T with circles, but probably don't quote me on that because I feel like I remember seeing this, but I don't know. I'm probably making things up. Celsius. But yeah, I can write a surprising amount of words with just these. I really hope this is is this, what is that, ne or ni, or I can't remember. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there. I just remember this is a thing that I have learned and I can't remember what it is. Learn chi, tsu, shi. Those are like the weird ones that I learned that aren't like, I don't know. Okay, anyway. You can write a surprising amount of words with this. Like, obviously, there's like kanji spellings for things as well, but like, I can still like, I can spell them like, phonetically, I guess, in kanji. So um, like if we're talking about initial D, I can write, a, ki, na. There you go. Just pretend this is there. Or like, go write, e. Anyway, okay, I'm getting distracted. I was supposed to eat dinner like an hour ago. It's okay. Anyway, these are clearly the correct middle case letters, as you can see. I'm gonna call it here before I go on like 5 other tangents. Ow, my mouth hurts. Oh boy, I bit my mouth, like the inside of my mouth, accidentally a few days ago. And now I have like a whole heckin' blister and it hurts and it sucks. Anyway, not important. It just wanted to complain about that real quick. Anyway, let's right into someone who is live. Who is live right now? Bucklington is live. Can I right into Bucklington? We're gonna read into Bucklington, I guess. Read. Bucklington is someone I used to watch a ton. He hasn't streamed as regularly recently though, so I haven't really watched him much in a bit. But he's cool. He is very chaotic. So I hope you guys all have fun over there with him. No, Kozuka, wait, you can still you can see the Middlecase letters on screen. It's good to see you though. But yes, these are the Middlecase letters we created. Anyway, thank you so much everyone for hanging out. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And I will see you guys later. But yeah, go check out Booklink. It's an experience. It's an experience. I think that's the best way I can explain it. Bye bye. Bye bye everyone. Bye.